Since 1973, the National Exchange Club has awarded scores of scholarships to deserving high school students. 3 $15,000 scholarships are now given out annually: Youth of the Year, Legacy of the Year, and Accepting the Challenge of Excellence, or ACE. For some, the scholarships have afforded the students opportunities they never thought possible. Many of the winners have gone on to successful careers and rewarding lives. Today, you'll meet 2 of the scholarship winners. Although their stories are dramatically different, you'll learn how exchange has impacted their lives in a positive and meaningful way. As a young girl, Bailey Childress was a painfully shy introvert. It was difficult for her to make new friends and be involved in any school activities. A decision she made in high school changed everything.
A turning point for me becoming an extrovert was really when I was in high school and I had the opportunity to join the Excel Club, which was the high school version of Exchange. And I was able to go out with some friends and meet people and give back to the community. And that was kind of what was the catalyst for me coming out of my shell and becoming the person I am today. With the Excel Club, we did adopt a highway, so the Excel Club would go out and pick up trash on the roads. I would do things outside of Excel, and I ended up getting 300 hours of community service throughout my time. My father, Gerald Childress, at the time was a police officer in Mooresville, and he had some friends that was in the Lake Norman Mooresville Exchange Club, and he decided to join. Because he was a part of that, I was able to submit to this scholarship. During 2020 and COVID and all of the crazy things that were happening, my father was diagnosed with kidney cancer, stage 1, and it was treatable, but the treatments were not cheap. I needed to help support my parents, and I decided to apply for this scholarship, and without it, I probably wouldn't have been able to go to Lenore-Ryan University. My father graduated from there, and I always went to homecoming games because he was on the football team, and I always dreamed about following in his footsteps and going to that school. In my essay, I wrote about how my dad was a role model to me growing up, and he was always community oriented and really instilled that in me. He's always kind of been my hero, a person that I looked up to, and I think him joining Exchange and being able to give back to the community even more than he had already kind of done was just very brave, and I look up to him for that. I'm still very much involved in my community, and I love doing community service and giving back to my community. I studied multimedia communication and I minored in marketing. I want to do digital marketing and social media marketing in the future. There are a lot of young people and students who have dreams like me, and they don't often have the funds to make them happen. And if it wasn't for my involvement with the Exchange Club and the Excel Club in high school, I wouldn't have been able to attend Lenore-Ryan University or be the person that I am today. And I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to apply for this scholarship, and it's been such a help to me in making my dreams come true.
On seemingly another planet, Curtis James Miller, known as CJ, was confronted at age 15 with overcoming the most horrendous trauma any young man could face. When he was 9, his mother left his father for another man. In a small house in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, far from his Detroit home, CJ was forced to live in an attic 23 hours a day for 7 years. He was raped by his mother and beaten by her boyfriend. Finally rescued, CJ was reunited with his father and his second wife, Missy Parker Miller, a social worker who became CJ's adopted mother.
Well, how I felt after 7 years of captivity, I felt scared and nervous because I felt like the world was a threat to me because of me being isolated from the age of 9 to 15, and I didn't know how to properly express myself. The only thing I could express was either anger sad or distrust because I didn't know who to trust and I was scared of being stabbed in the back. What finally turned things around for me was the night me and my dad went to go get pizza for my family, and I popped in this Christian Christmas CD, music CD on my mom's old Jeep called Wintley Phipps' Hymn of the Sparrow, and two songs that brought through me was Everlasting Arms and Holy, Holy, Holy. The minute I heard those two songs, I felt the Holy Spirit come in me, telling me to let go of the anger, the hate, the venom, everything that I was feeling at that time. It took a while, but between that and my mom and dad teaching me how to be a Christian, along with my therapist helping me learn to open up about my feelings, it was a challenge at first, but over time it slowly got better. So starting off being homeschooled, it was a little bit challenging at first because I was out from third grade, and then I had to take half a days through high school in ninth grade to just see if I could handle being back in the system. And I was able to prove that if I put my mind to what I'm trying to achieve, I could be able to do it and go above and beyond of what's asked of me. It was challenging at first because I had a lot of peer pressure, a lot of in-school fights with my peers, but over a course of time with my parents' help and through therapy, I was able to focus my energy and my emotions through productive work and was able to graduate with a 3.4. The way I felt when I won that exchange club scholarship, that I felt overwhelmed and happy that there was people out there that was willing to help me succeed in life. I thought that there was no one out there to help me and that I would have to do everything by myself. And I'm blessed to be able to know that there's people like the National Exchange Club that was willing to help me get a scholarship money to help me go to school while I focus on my grades to help me progress in what career I want to go into. So but I'm right now in school, I'm at Lawrence Tech in Specs Howard's vocational program, which teaches broadcasting, communications, and TV production and radio. And I started the fall of last year on August 27th, where from that point till now, I was an A/B student across the board that I plan to use what I learned in the future once I graduate from Specs Howard's with an associate's and bachelor's degree in broadcast media arts to open up my own podcast in the future called Beacon of Light, to lead others that, like me, that either suffered in silence or are ashamed or scared to come out and talk about what happened. They need to know that they're not alone. The smallest spark of light can light the darkness. And right now, I am blessed and I am very happy that the National Exchange Club was on my side to help me get this going so I can be able to help others like me speak up. Because the more they keep their voice silenced, the more they're going to hurt inside.
These are just two of the many inspirational scholarship winner stories. Their success, in part, as you have seen, can be directly attributed to the support of the National Exchange Club and its members. Since the future of our country depends on the youth of today, we think it's vital to continue doing our part with our scholarship program. We hope you agree. We encourage you to be generous with your support. Please visit the National Exchange Club website's donation page for more information. Future Baileys and CJs will thank you kindly.